Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. We once again got some major free games over on the Epic Game Store. You know, think what you want about the Epic Game Store, but their offerings on freebies have been pretty damn good over the course of this summer sale that they've been running. Well, that's not the summer sale, it's the mega sale. We're not even in the summer yet, but the mega sale. So we got two more free games, one of them being a pretty big one. A game that I didn't really like, but I think a lot of you guys will end up enjoying it. Again, when I talk about my opinions on gaming, you guys gotta remember it's one person's opinion. We all have subjective taste in gaming. Doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong about everything, but, you know, a lot of the times you guys are gonna play games and have a different opinion, and that's totally fine. A lot of you guys like Last of Us Part 2. I don't. It's okay. But with that being said, we'll go over that. We got some great deals to go over at GMG, and a final shout for Humble Choices. That's coming to an end as well. But as far as the Epic Game Store freebies go, we have Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and Limbo. Now, Limbo's a game I feel like most of you guys have at least heard about or played. That game is done by Playdead, one of the iconic downloadable games of its time in the, I want to say it was early 2010s. 2010 exactly, actually, I think it came out. But that's a shorter, atmospheric puzzle platformer. Really well done. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is the big game here. And that's a game that I wasn't crazy about. You know, for me, I thought Borderlands peaked with Borderlands 2. I thought pre-sequel was pretty decent. I thought Borderlands 3 was fairly mediocre. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, I thought they totally got a ride with the comedy. Now, I will say it might be because I'm old and washed up and I don't want to have fun, but no, I actually think the comedy in this game is really bad. The fantasy setting was kind of cool, and the gameplay is still Borderlands fare. Like, you've got some other elements thrown in there, and it can be a fun time. It's just, given the level Borderlands 2 was at, and I get that this is a spin-off title, it's not supposed to be that at that level, although, you know, Borderlands 2 came out in 2012. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands literally came out a decade later. It's still an okay game, and the fact is it's free right now. I certainly recommend everybody to give it a shot. If you go through the main story, it's not a super lengthy game, and I will say, wasn't crazy about, like, the board element to it, the board game gimmick going on for it. Not a big fan of that either, but, you know, try it out for yourself. A lot of you guys are going to end up having a decent time. If nothing else, if you think the comedy is really bad, the gameplay on these games is always going to be a fairly decent time. You can mute the game and then listen to a podcast, like, totally. That's something I would probably consider while playing Wonderlands. But yeah, that's available for free. Given that that game still goes for like 15 bucks, I would say that that's a pretty solid freebie, a AAA game. And you're getting Limbo on top of that. Good stuff all around, and you will be getting a pair of mystery games next week as well. How much longer is this mega sale lasting for? Let us pull that up right now. Until June the 12th, so I think next week will be the final pair of free games, I believe. So hopefully that'll be pretty good. But yeah, Wonderlands, Limbo, there you go. With that, those are the two freebies on the Epic Game Store this week. All right, now let's go over some deals over at Green Man Gaming. Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN releases later today. The Bandai Namco 6 p.m. Eastern unlock is going to come in clutch for a lot of people as well. You know, a lot of people work on Fridays, so staying up until midnight to play the game, probably not something they want to do, but staying up until 6 p.m. I mean, who goes to bed at like 5:30? But, you know, having the game unlock at 6 p.m., being able to play it until like 9:30, 10, go to bed, go to work, you know, that's great. The Deluxe Edition is 10% off for $49.49. The Standard Edition also 10% off for $35.99. They bumped it up a little bit. It was 12% off earlier, but still a great price point for this. And if you buy the game, keys are delivered immediately. Obviously, you'll have the opportunity to preload the game, and you'll be good to go by 6 p.m. They just dropped what I think is one of the greatest video game trailers of all time, the Bring Me to Life trailer. Yes, they used the Evanescence Bring Me to Life song. What a phenomenal trailer. It's kind of exploding right now. Number 5 trending video on YouTube as of recording this video. What a phenomenal way to promote this game. I'll be playing this game. I looked into this game, and I'm very interested to see how it turns out. I'll probably be playing a lot of it solo. I'm just not a big co-op guy these days, but I have interest in this game, and I like the idea of classes, simplifying it, you know, dumbing it down for a jobber like me. That's what we gotta do to get me into these games, but yeah, $49.49 for that. For the deluxe edition, standard edition a little bit cheaper as well. Steam key on that, redeem immediately there. And then we have deals on games that are already out, and you can check out those right now as well. Last of Us Part 1, 56% off for $26.10 at the top of this video. I literally, talked about Last of Us Part 2 and how I did not like that game from a narrative standpoint. I think that game from a gameplay standpoint is tremendous. Last of Us Part 1, $26.10. Yes, it's a little bit pricey, but I think this is one of the greatest video games of all time. I've said it before, but every other year at least, I'll go back and give this game another playthrough. It's not super lengthy. You're talking 12 to 14 hours, and maybe a little bit longer than that if you take your time, find all the collectibles, harder difficulty, etc. But and if you do the DLC Left Behind, of course. But yeah, phenomenal game. Narratively, it's incredible. What a much better narrative than Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2, even outside of the big story element that happens, playing through that game on PC, I was able to assess the rest of the story more clearly this time around, and I hate that game's story even more. I think that game is terrible, like actually garbage from a story standpoint. Like, I cannot stop going on about how putrid that game's story is, and it's not just, you couldn't comprehend the story, forgiveness and revenge is bad. Like, bro, I can utilize one of my 4 brain cells. Everybody can. Everybody got the point of that story. That's probably the thing that upsets me about The Last of Us Part 2 superfans anyway. They talk on this high horse like, you couldn't get the story. The story was too intellectual for you. You didn't understand the story. It's like, bro, we can all utilize one of our 4 functioning brain cells. This narrative is not hard to comprehend. It's just bad. Like, the game introduces a bunch of charisma vacuums as the star players. That's not what you do in a video game, but nonetheless, unhinged rant over whenever I talk about Last of Us. You guys just got, you guys just gotta expect the unhinged rant. But Part 1 is great. It's outstanding. The ending is fantastic. The whole story is great. Check it out. $26.10 is a fantastic deal on that. Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of an Elusive Age, $16.40 on this for XP members. Great classic JRPG. Soundtrack is excellent. Story is fine, not like a blowaway game from a story standpoint, but I still think pretty damn good. And yeah, Dragon Quest is one of those games that a lot of people dig, and kind of news cycle these days. And Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake is $36.89 as well for XP members. A lot of buzz around Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD Remake. That's going to be coming out on October the 30th, I want to say it is. And yeah, Dragon Quest 3 does kick off that trilogy arc. Yes, numerically it's a little bit strange, but it goes DQ3 into 1 into 2. So play it that way, and that is $36.89. Great HD 2D Remake there. And then lastly, do want to give a final shout to Humble Choice that is coming to an end here shortly. I think it's one of the best Humble Choices literally of all time, because there's so much depth in the quality of the games offered. You've got the Thaumaturge, you've got Amnesia the Bunker, Evil West, Shadow Gambit the Cursed Crew, Aeon Chronicle 100 Heroes, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and Ultros and Corpse Keeper all in this bundle for $12. It is just insanity from a value standpoint. It is a tremendous bundle. Final opportunity for that. Check it out in the description box below. But that is going to do it for me. Check out Limbo, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, some great deals there. Elden Ring, NIGHTREIGN will be dropping later today. Have a pickup at that. Last of Us Part 1 is $26 and change, and then Dragon Quest XI, Dragon Quest 3, and Humble Choice wrapping up. Definitely a good time to check that out. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.